when you've had it up to here with yourself, chasing your own tail and slapping yourself around, well, if you're like me, you give yourself even more hell because you aren't acting like yourself and you feel like a complete horse's ass. And it seems like being a dickhead seems to run in my family, or at least pace in my family, or at least it feels that way because I blame myself for a lot of things, and I've had a lot of negative examples who have made me feel sorry for simply being, but that's not okay. But it's time for me to simply be, to enjoy, to get out there, whatever. So what do you do? Well, I would suggest maybe starting out with something like a movie. Distract yourself. Socially distance with friends, but at least talk with them and look them directly in the eyeball, which helps out a lot. You almost feel normal, except for everyone's really, really far away. But I have discovered that staying in your own head, the longer you stay in, the harder it is to dig out. So I am in a digging out stage. I'm in a stage where I need to find projects. I'm in a stage where I need to give myself patience, but I don't know how. But I'm trying. I should really be careful with my movie viewing habits because Mildred Pierce on Mother's Day was a particularly shit idea with everything else I'm going through. Friday, I'm baking a cake for the child I lost. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy it and not season it with tears. I'm gonna do my best to be stronger about it, and not, I know the nightmares are foul and they don't really help when you're stuck inside your own head. Also, nightmares. Nightmares seem to be, my nightmares got worse after I had my head injury and started having seizures. I'm not sure it's that way with everyone, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with those other than, hey, it's the morning and the night may bring tears, but joy cometh in the morning, and let me find joy. Do things to hopefully cut down on scary references that might stick in my head. Try not to blame myself for things that I can't control. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. It's digging out. It's going to take a lot longer than a week, but I am trying to also live for myself. Try to show some confidence because it was kind of smacked out of me for many years. But try to find it. If I'm happy, let me show it joyously. If I'm sad, let me show it without fear. If I'm angry, please God, just let me be angry and let it be fast. Not cold and slow, because that doesn't really help anything. And not bottling up emotions. That's a really good thing not to do. Don't bottle up. Because when you explode, it's going to be fantastically horrible. It's like Diet Coke with Mentos just all over you. Although that might be something some people like. Not my cup of tea, but, hey, if you enjoy it and everyone is happy, who am I to judge? And maybe try to be a little more clear, straight, and concise with people, which might cut down on some issues. And try to handle humanity. I didn't really have the most normal upbringing, so sometimes what other people consider the norm is completely alien to me, and it feels like, it doesn't really feel like I fit in very well, and it's awkward and it's weird, but I'm trying. But at the same time, I have to go in small increments. I also have to learn to say, I'm uncomfortable with blank. However, why, or even just, I'm uncomfortable with blank. Plain, simple, easy, end of sentence. There are times when you might suggest something that isn't so uncomfortable, or just let yourself take, don't be afraid to say, here is the line, Do not cross that line. And above all, do your best to get your rest, eat well as often as possible, and treat yourself here and there. And if you've had a bad time, face it, but don't try to face it alone. There are some waters that cannot be navigated solo. Know who to talk to. If you need it, get a counselor. Make sure you call your doctor if you're having trouble with sleep and you're also feeling depression or anxiety. And above all, if it hurts, it's time to do something, and you really have to make that call and say, I'm done, this hurts, and I'm not handling this by myself. So first things first, I talk with my doctor and I do my best to feel better. And it's always difficult feeling like you need to talk to a counselor, but maybe it shouldn't be. Actually, it just shouldn't be. And so fight for yourself, advocate for yourself, and also find yourself a trusted advocate for if you can't speak for yourself. But above all, learn to speak for yourself. And I'm trying that too. When to say no, when I want something, when I don't want something someone suggested. And not bottling up, which leads to a lot of confusion. And hey, my pain's a lot better. I did get a bruise from putting on jeans yesterday, even though they were loose, but life. And the headaches are a lot less, and I'm not terrified that I'm going to fall as much. So things aren't looking up. I'm getting better, but I've got a long way to go. Anyway, you're loved, and take very good care of yourselves. Good night. Morning. Good morning.